she said. They're all there, 119 of them. November 1982 to last month. His face was as expressionless as ever.
Why?
Because they're a link between us. We haven't talked in 10 years, but every month you send me a check even though you know I don't want alimony, which means every month I get an envelope in the mail that says I used to be married to you. And every month I don't cash them, and it's like we're nodding in the street or something. We're still communicating.
Not very well.
North looked at the stack.
Why now?
I'm getting married. She watched him go still, the pause stretching out until she said, North?
Congratulations. Who's the lucky man?
Will Spencer, Andie said, pretty sure North wouldn't know him.
The writer?
He's a great guy. She thought about Will, tall, blonde, and genial, the anti-North. He never forgot she existed. I'm ready to settle down, so I'm drawing a line under my old life. She nodded at the checks. That's why I came to give you those back. Don't send any more, please. After a moment, he nodded.
Of course. Congratulations. The family will want to send a gift.
He pulled his legal pad toward him.
Are you registered?
No, I'm not registered, Andie said, exasperated. Technically, I'm not even engaged yet. He asked me, but I needed to give you the checks back before I said yes. She didn't know why she'd expected him to have a reaction to the news. It wasn't as if he still cared. She wasn't sure he'd cared when she'd left.
I see. Thank you for returning the checks.
North straightened the papers on his desk again, and then looked down at the top paper for a long moment, as if he were reading it. He'd probably forgotten she was there again because his work was... He looked up.
Perhaps, since you haven't said yes yet, you could postpone your new life.
What?
I have a problem you could help with. It would only take you a few months, maybe less.
North, did you even hear what I said?
And we'd pay you $10,000 a month, plus expenses, room and board.
She started to protest and then thought, $10,000 a month? He straightened the folder on his desk again.
Theodore Archer, a distant cousin, died 2 years ago and made me the guardian of his 2 children.
$10,000 a month. There had to be a catch. Then the rest of what he'd said hit her. Children?
I went down to see them at the family home where their aunt was taking care of them. They'd been living there with their father, their grandmother, and their aunt since the little girl was born 8 years ago, but the grandmother had died before Theodore.
Down? They're not here in Ohio?
The house is in a remote area in the south of the state. The place is isolated, but the children seemed fine with their aunt, so we agreed it was best that they'd stay there with her in order to disrupt their lives as little as possible.
And to disrupt yours as little as possible, Andie thought. North waited, as if he expected her to say it out loud. When she didn't, he went on.
Unfortunately, the aunt died in June. Since then, I've hired 3 nannies, but none have stayed.
Lot of death in the family, Andie said.
The children's mother died in childbirth with the little girl. The grandmother died in her 70s of a heart attack. Theodore was killed in a car accident. The aunt fell from a tower on the house.
Wait, the house has towers?
It's a very old house,
North said, his tone making it clear that he didn't want to discuss towers.
The battlements are crumbling, and she evidently leaned on the wrong stone and fell into the moat.
The moat, Andie said. Is this a joke?
No. Theodore's great-great-grandfather had the house brought over from England in the 1850s. I don't know why he dug a moat. The point is, these children have nobody, and they're alone down there in the middle of nowhere with only the housekeeper taking care of them. If you will go down there, I will pay you $10,000 a month to fix them.
Fix them, Andie said. $10,000 a month was ridiculous, but it would pay off her credit card bills and her car. In 1 month. $10,000 would mean she could get married without debt. Not that Will cared, but it would be better to go to him free and clear. What do you mean, fix